Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Moss. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they've practiced over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Collins. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
On the run, it's Marshall.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Rams with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to Brown. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking for a man. It's Fowler Nicolosi. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's a draw. He is denied, cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got fourth down.
The Rams decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Lacey. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Lacey. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Rams with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Scanning the field, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Shakes off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Looking left. That's reeled in. It's Ross. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Rams with the 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Winfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
And the Rams, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Motion from the wide receiver. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have just, it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Fowler Nicolosi. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense is headed back out on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's caught. It's Brown. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cardinals!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. Out of bounds at the 43, and he took that one back not too far from midfield. Great job by the return team. State takes over the Ram offense, returns to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The short hands, it's Ross. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Wants to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. Turning it on. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Cardinals, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Collins. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Moss. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Collins. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown Cardinals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. winning play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll go to the ground. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Rams with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grabbed over the middle, it's Warren. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the Rams have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
3:25.
To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marshall. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown Rams! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. See what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Looking to the big tight end. Fires and picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Touchdown Louisville! A great catch and run for 6.
Number 86.
This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Here's a heat. He gave him time to react, and he almost pulled off the interception. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. This one's complete. Oh, sweet feet. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Hands it off. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Rushes on him. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. The 20. He's at the touchdown Cardinals. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10.
That makes the score 35.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
To the air, it's Moss. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Curry. Here's the pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Makes a move. Made a defense. Oh, he broke out another move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. The give to the back. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Lasso! Lasso!
In the red area, it's Brown. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line.
Here we go.
Motion from the wideout. Toss to the outside. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball on the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. We got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And now on, wait, it's not 4th down, it's 3rd down, and the field goal unit's out there. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the ground with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Dropping back, it's Curry. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. From the gun, running back on the move. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Finding open areas. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. He'll set up to throw. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, on third down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do?
And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
The Rams now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Curry. Right down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A strike downfield. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
This has been a frustrating day. They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Rams can really attack on this second and short. Here's the handoff. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Rams lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to run for it. Powers through the defender. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Looking downfield, it's Bullock. Bringing the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On third down, he drops the throw. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. There he goes.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.